OpenArt AI. It's a platform that I've personally been using for a very long time, and honestly, it's incredible. Every single time I work with it, I ask myself, how did I not discover this sooner? When you register using the link provided right below this video, you will be directed to the main homepage where you can claim your extra credits. The special offer is exclusively for you as IS students. Today, I'm going to walk you through step by step the process of creating an entirely new avatar from scratch, all by simply using a reference image. So, if there's a person or a look in your mind that you want your avatar to resemble, you can use their picture as a base to build upon. And not just that, even if you already have an avatar, you can use the same steps to develop or update your current avatar. I'm sure you'll be amazed by the results. But let me be completely honest with you. Just the idea that after this video, you'll be able to create an avatar of this stunning beauty is absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, I need to calm myself down a little. First thing, we need to find a suitable reference image. We're looking for a person or an image that has distinct features or a specific style from which we can draw inspiration for the overall font. But let's keep one important thing in mind. We're not going to be copying a real person, especially not without the explicit permission. For example, if we chose the picture of a beautiful blonde girl, our goal is not to copy it, but to use it only as inspiration for the hair, or the angle, or the lighting. We type in the search, Arab woman studio portrait natural light. The most important thing is that the photo shows her face directly facing the camera. This means her face is clear and her eyes are looking straight ahead. The simpler the angle and the softer the lighting, the more accurately the program will be able to recognize the details and give you cleaner results. So, for example, let's say I found a picture that I really like here with an OpenArt. We'll then proceed to select photorealistic portrait, as is our usual practice. Following that, we'll scroll all the way down to the image-to-image section where we'll click upload and then simply upload the specific picture of the woman that we've already selected. And this is where the magic truly starts. The moment you upload your image, a button will become visible, labeled Generate. The moment you click on it, the Pro then automatically extracts all the necessary parameters directly from the image itself. Every single feature, the hair color, the lighting, the skin tone, and every other detail. Next, we move to the creativity level setting. This is where we control how much the program adheres to the original image's details. If we set this value lower, the resulting output will be extremely close to the source. However, if we raise it, you'll get a completely new face still inspired by it. For now, please set it to 0.75. This creates a perfect balance between creativity and precision. Then, as always, make sure that the aspect ratio is set to 1:1. And in the advanced settings, set the steps to 49 and the number of images to 2 just to begin with. Then we'll click Create, and this is where the really exciting part starts. You're going to witness how the software can take the image we've uploaded and completely transform it into an entirely new face. It's incredibly realistic, very natural, and absolutely packed with intricate, fine details. This is the very first step in creating an avatar that truly resembles people, but without directly copying them. Okay, take a deep breath, everyone, because what we're going to do in the next video would elevate the level of creativity to an entirely new stage. And let me tell you something important. Almost all of these AI tools operate in pretty much the same fundamental way. You sign up, choose a monthly plan, and each plan provides you with a specific number of credits. My advice, if you're able, is to choose the infinite plan right from the very beginning. It will simply provide you with the most credits at the most affordable price over the long term. But the great thing is that OpenArt is incredibly flexible. If you happen to run out of credits, you can simply purchase more, and they'll be automatically added to your monthly account. This means your work won't be interrupted for even a single second. And always remember, this is a project, not just a hobby. AI tools are not free. However, the investment you make today is what will truly establish your project, so let's begin. Alright, let's get started. We've divided the process into 2 phases. Tier 1 represents the initial version of your character, and Tier 10 is the upgrade. It provides more intricate details and greater stability in its features and movement. First, we'll head to the main homepage and then click on Character. Here, you'll find several different methods to begin training your character. You could begin with a text description, much like the one we used just a little while ago, but offering many more choices. Or you can train it by using just a single image, or even 4 images, or perhaps more, if you desire higher accuracy later on. And here you'll see the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2. In Tier 1, we're able to set up everything quite quickly, within just a few minutes, especially if we have a clear vision for the character we intend to define. So now, let's go ahead and click Start with one image, and then we'll choose a suitable name for our brand new character. We'll call her Dina. We can upload the image we saved after editing and then let the system begin creating your character. This will take a little time, but afterwards you'll have a fully ready digital character. What we'll do now is generate a set of different images for your character from various angles, in diverse situations, and with different backgrounds. These will include close-up, medium, and long shots. The idea is to construct a small database illustrating its features from every possible angle, because all these images help the program better comprehend Dina's character. That's why I always say Tier 2 is truly worthwhile, because it provides artificial intelligence with more in-depth data regarding the character's look, so it won't make of many errors down the line. First, we'll navigate to Character Creator Visuals. We need to ensure that Dina, the character we trained in the previous lesson, is currently selected here. If she's not visible, please choose her from the list before we begin. Now, we'll begin with the first type of visual files, the character sheet. And what exactly is meant by that? It's simply a document containing various images of the character from different angles, front, side, and back. Sometimes it even includes a range of diverse poses or expressions. The objective of the character sheet is to establish a consistent visual identity. This means that when we transition to videos later or alter clothing and poses, Dina's facial features and overall look will remain identical and consistent every single time. And this is the key to realism, ensuring the content appears professional and cohesive. Once you've generated the character sheet and are satisfied with the outcome, we then move on to the second step. We click on the action sheet. This particular sheet type illustrates your character in motion or interacting, such as walking, waving, raising their hand, or executing various simple movements. These specific movements will prove beneficial to you later on while you proceed to convert them into animated scenes within the video. And subsequently, we will generate an emotion sheet which will feature a range of facial expressions, including joy, anger, focused concentration, surprise, and tranquility. But this is extremely important when we begin to design realistic scenes or assemble audio dialogues. The more diverse the expressions are, the more creative freedom we will have in the final production later on. After preparing the 3 sheets for character, action, and emotion, we now move to the scenes section. From here, we can make use of the ready-made templates and then construct a number of distinct scenes for the character of Dina. Please select more than one realistic office, outdoor, or simple scene that features a neutral background. What's important here isn't the quantity, but the consistency. Choose the pictures that resemble Dina the most, those with the same features, the same skin tone, and the same personality. We'll be using these images later on in the advanced stages of the process. The more consistent and precise they are, the stronger the final results will be. And finally, please do not forget one extremely crucial step. You must upscale all of the images that you select using the exact same method we previously applied in our earlier videos. This is to achieve the highest possible resolution and the absolute clearest details before we can even begin the actual video production stage itself. And so we have ensured Dina is fully prepared from every angle, with a stable appearance, natural movements, and fully integrated emotions. Now, after we've prepared Dina with all the necessary angles, emotions, and movements, we will return once again to the main interface and begin a brand new step. We'll proceed to the character prompt and reference section, and at this point, it's crucial to confirm that Dina's character remains defined at the very top. Now, if you observe a different template or an alternative tool appearing on your screen, just click on the small arrow positioned at the top and then choose Prompt and Reference from the available list. Now we've moved on to the section that allows you to create new images using the very same Dina character we trained in our previous lesson. The idea is simple. We will write a prompt description exactly as we've done in the past. However, the main difference is that the system will now generate images based on Dina's specific features that we've previously saved and stored. This means, for instance, you could easily type Dina sitting in a cozy cafe, smiling at her laptop, or perhaps Dina walking near the beach during a beautiful sunset. Every description gives you a new result and a different scene, but the features, skin color, and facial details remain the same. The objective here is for us to construct a diverse image library reflecting our unique personality that covers a range of situations, various lighting conditions, and different moods, but all of which consistently maintain a strong visual coherence. Now, we'll head to the 10 for you prompts file, which we have prepared for you within AI. You simply copy the complete prompt and then paste it directly into ChatGPT. It will then generate 10 distinct text commands for you, for creating a wide variety of images for us. Each prompt will feature a distinct and unique scene. The objective is to generate a wide array of varied scenes, not merely a collection of perfect Instagram-style pictures. Naturally, within each prompt, there are established rules that we do not alter, such as the consistent opening statement. highly detailed professional photography captured using an 85mm lens. This is crucial because it provides the software with a truly professional photographic aesthetic. Then we add our specific nodes such as height, body type, or skin complexion and have it generate all 10 images after you've completed your input. We then select the photos that truly resemble Dina, making sure they are diverse in angles, lighting, and expressions. Do not select 2 images from the exact same pose, so the system doesn't become oversaturated with redundant information. For instance, we should capture a front-facing photograph, then one side profile with a pleasant smile and another with a serious expression, and also full body pictures that clearly show the hands, fingers, and feet. We need the program to recognize skin, details, and realistic lighting, but be careful not to select images that have errors in the fingers or feet. Just 5 fingers are sufficient for us, not 6 or 3. I will teach you later how to easily correct these mistakes within the image editor. After you've made your selections, download all the images and save them inside a dedicated folder for training. And if you want the outcome to be super realistic, invest an additional 10 or 20 minutes and perform an ultimate upscale for every single image. The result will make the details absolutely incredible. Your Tier 2 training process, which you only perform once, so make it as perfect as you possibly can. Do not rush it. Now let's go back to consistent character and select Start with 4 images. First, we need to upload the main profile picture that best represents who you are. Typically, this should be a clear, detailed close-up of your face. After that, please upload the rest of your photos, front, side, medium shots, and full length. Just make sure not to upload any duplicate images. We're looking for variety. Usually, we select between 10 to 13 images. Here's an additional tip. For example, if your character appears in high heels or in formal attire, ensure these styles are included in the training images. This allows the program to recognize the character in all its various states. All these differences will improve the quality of the results and significantly reduce errors later on. And this is the process of building your very own Tier 2 avatar. After the training, the system is then able to generate truly stunningly realistic images from virtually any angle or scene you could possibly imagine. And in the upcoming video, I'll be demonstrating exactly how we can utilize reference images from platforms like Google, Pinterest, or Instagram to then recreate that same concept, but in our own distinctive style. The result will make your content so beautiful, it will stop time. So get ready, because the true creative phase is just about to begin.